Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 14. It's titled The Rope, the Feather, and the Bidet. Let's get started. Okay, so first couple is Nicole and Chris. Chris and Nicole install a bidet together. I don't understand a bidet. The water shoots up on you, and then you still have to use toilet paper to wipe yourself off, right? So why get the water to shoot up with you when women have to use toilet paper every time they go to the bathroom? No matter if they're doing number one, number two, we still have to use toilet paper. So why get all this water shoot up on you and you still have to use toilet paper? How does that clean you more better? I don't know. I don't get it. And where's this water coming from? Is it coming from the sink or is it coming from the toilet? Is it fresh water? Is it clean water? Is it sanitary water? I don't want nothing to do with no Dubai. No. So, Pia comes over. And I'm calling her Pia because she doesn't dress professionally. She's wearing tight pants, tight top, and the pants are like an inch above her belly button. That didn't look cute. And her hair is down, halfway down, part at the side, halfway down her face, curled up. Her eyebrows are done to the gods. She got on foundation, she got on blush, she got on lipstick, she got on eye makeup. Why is she not dressed professionally? Her hair should be back in a bun. She should be wearing glasses on her nose. She should be wearing a blazer that covers up her breast and her butt. She's not dressed professionally, so until she dressed professionally, I'm going to call her Pia. I'm not calling her Dr. Pia because she should be professional and she should be dressed professionally. She's not dressed professionally, so I'm not going to call her Doctor. I'm just going to call her Pia. Okay, so Pia comes over for a visit, and then she says to them, I know you're having sex. And Nicole is feeling judged. So she says, we didn't have sex on the honeymoon. We didn't have sex on the honeymoon. She said, we didn't have sex until we got to know each other. You're still getting to know each other. So what are you talking about? So Pia asks them if sex have impacted their prior relationships. And Chris lies. Chris says that his past relationship, all the other women wanted was just sex. But I think it was the second, maybe it was the third episode, he said he dated a woman for 3 months or 3 years, something like that, and she only had sex with him 3 times. But here he is talking about, all the women wanted from him was sex. I guess he forgot what he said, I guess. I don't know. So Pia asked them, how is the foreplay? And Nicole said she wants more foreplay. She said Chris only does the bare minimum when it comes to foreplay. And I wonder if Nicole didn't talk to Pia before they had this meeting and said to her, ask about foreplay, ask about foreplay. Because how did she hit the nail on the head right away like that about the foreplay? How did she know to ask about foreplay? Anywho, Pia told Nicole that you have to ask him for foreplay. Yeah, Pia told Nicole that she needs to ask Chris for more foreplay, but she doesn't want to ask Chris for more foreplay because she doesn't want to rock the boat. She doesn't want to do something or say something to piss Chris off because she has to tippy-toe around him to keep the peace. Nicole is a doormat. So then Nicole gets emotional. She finally realized that she's a doormat. And then she starts to get emotional. But you know what? That daggone Pia, she's more knowledgeable than I was giving her credit for. She's really earning that damn paycheck. She just needs to dress more professionally for me. So the next scene, after Pia leaves, Chris and Nicole, they get this chest. And they open the chest, and it has in it a candle, scented massage oil, handcuffs, lubrication, a whip, and some other stuff. But Nicole is not impressed. Nicole don't think she need any of that stuff. She tells Chris that even though she doesn't get enough foreplay, if this was decision day, she would still say yes. She's still being a doormat. She tells him that she will live without getting enough foreplay. She says she will live with him for the rest of her life without, even if she doesn't get enough foreplay. Doormat. Next up is Gina and Clint, the sexologist, Dr. Pia. I'm not going to call her doctor because she's still not dressed professionally. Throughout this whole show, she's wearing these tight pants, tight top, hair hanging all down and wavy, and makeup. When I think she needs to dress more professionally. So her name is Pia, not Dr. Pia, Pia. All right, so they tell her, Gina and Clint, they tell her that they, I think Gina said this. Gina said that they don't kiss, they don't hold hands, they don't flirt, they don't do anything physical with each other. Gina tells Pia that they don't even talk about sex. She says she don't even talk about sex because it grosses her out. Sex grosses you out? Or I guess talking about sex grosses her out. Well, if you're being gross with it, it will gross you out. I don't know. Okay, Pia said, how is the marriage going to last if they don't have sex? And Gina said, I don't think this marriage is going to last. Then Pia asked Clint, what does he think? And then Gina butts in. And then Pia said, let Clint answer, let him answer. He has a mouth, let him answer. And, but Clint didn't even say much. What did he say? He said sex has to be there in his marriage. He has to have sex in his marriage, is what he said. So they talked about sexy scents. And Cliff said he likes a vanilla smell. Yuck. I hate the smell of vanilla. I hate it. But Gina said she liked a good cologne. She said she liked music. And she said she liked someone who has style and who has swag. I think Gina wanted a black man. I think Gina wanted a black man. Because I haven't seen too many white men with swag. Dr. Pia, or Pia, asked her if Clint have swag. And she said no. She said, hell no. Clint don't have no swag. And Clint kind of got a little bit offended there. Clint said he is the king of swag. He says his title is Senor Swag. Clint's funny. He got jokes. Pia told him to get the apartment smelling like vanilla and put on some slow jams to get them in the mood, but don't expect any sex out of it. Just set the scene, but don't expect anything. So Clint basically told Pia that he can do that, but he doesn't want to waste his time. Basically, that's what he said to her. I'll do it, but I'm not going to waste my time. She told them to touch each other on the arm without thinking about sex. And I kind of like that advice. So after Pia leaves, they talk about giving Clint a swagged out haircut. But I think his hair is fine. I think what he needs to do is cut all that beard and mustache off or cut it all the way down. That's what I think he needs to do. His hair looks fine to me. I think Gina wants a black guy though. I really do think Gina wants a black guy because she said a R&B playlist and candles won't get her in the mood with Clint. Now she's saying the music should be R&B, has to be R&B. And the person have to have swag. And she doesn't like his ginger red hair. Not too many black people have ginger red hair. I think Gina wanted a black guy. I figured it out. Gina said at least Clint makes her laugh. Next scene, Gina and Clint are reading from a list. I guess it's a list that the expert gave them. And the first question is, what's a safe word? And Gina said she never needed one. Me, I've never needed a safe word either. I don't be messing around with guys that I would need to use a safe word with them. I don't use safe words either. But Gina said a safe word would be stop or don't do that again. Clint said his safe word is porcupine. Clint's funny. He's funny. Second question. Sending nudes. Gina said she is all right with sending nudes. Clint said he's all right with it too. Not me. I am not sending no nude picture of myself to anybody. I would never ever do that. Never ever do it. Plan on doing it ever. Gina asked Clint if he is sending dick pics. Clint said he sends the full body. The full nude body. Now, I don't send nudes, but I don't mind receiving nudes. You know, I'll receive the nudes. I will save them. I will keep them, and I'll look at them when I need a good pick-me-up. I sure would. Third question. What is a must for you during sex? Clint says that the other person climax. That's a must for him. The fourth question is, what is your favorite position? And they didn't answer that question because the doorbell rang and they got a package. They had champagne, they got feathers, they have a massager, they have candles, they have a brush. And they use the feather and the brush and the massager on each other, and they seem to like it. They really seem to like it. Next up, Jasmine and Aries. Pia comes over for a visit. And let's see. Let me see. Okay, Pia asks Jasmine if she's getting her needs met. And Jasmine says no. She says, he is not sexually attracted to me and he does not touch me. That's what she says about Aries. Pia asks them if they are friends with each other. And they both said yes. Then Jasmine said, he friend zoned me on a honeymoon. And Jasmine, she looked pissed. Jasmine said, I ain't trying to be your friend. I'm trying to be your wife. Jasmine said, he don't even hug me. Pia said to Aries, you don't hug her? And Aries claimed that he does hug her. Then Pia told them that they need to have better conversations. Aries told Pia that their conversation is not special and they don't go deep with their conversation. And Pia asked Jasmine if she's holding back from Aries. And Jasmine said no. But then she hesitated when she said that. And Pia asked Jasmine if she is forthcoming with Aries. And Jasmine says yes. But I know what's going on through Jasmine's mind. Jasmine is thinking, I know this heifer ain't trying to blame me for this marriage failing. I know that's what Jasmine is thinking. Because she looked pissed. Jasmine looked pissed. Jasmine told Pia that in the beginning she was open, but now she's guarded. Pia asked her if she is holding back information from Aries. And she said yes. Pia told Jasmine that she thinks that Jasmine is being agreeable with Aries in order not to stir the pot. But that's what Nicole is doing with Chris. She's tiptoeing around him because she don't want to stir the pot. Aries nods his head to agree with Pia. Then he throws Jasmine under the bus and told Pia that Jasmine refused to answer any of the questions last episode when they asked the questions from the fishbowl. And Jasmine said to him, you were just asking these questions to pass the time. She told him he really didn't want to be there. He really didn't want to ask the questions. He was just, being there to pass the time. But Pia asked Aries, how do you feel about her calling you out right now? And he says, I love it. But I think he was being sarcastic. But for some reason, I don't think Pia picked up on that. Or maybe I'm the one that's wrong. Pia said, I got his number. She told Jasmine to take charge and be more aggressive with Aries. Jasmine says, I'll try. That's not her personality. She's not going to do that. That is not her personality. And poor Jasmine. She has to try to entice somebody who doesn't like her or doesn't find her attractive. How do you do that? How? I guess you put on some porn, then you jump on him? I don't get it. It wouldn't be me, though. I'm not going to try and entice somebody that doesn't like me. Somebody that's not attracted to me. I'm not going to try and entice him. I'm moving on to the next guy. There's a bunch of guys out there. Jasmine. Eris is not the only man on earth. Next scene, we see Eris and Jasmine cooking. Look like they're cooking a HelloFresh meal. They're cooking a HelloFresh meal together, and poor Jasmine, she's trying to flirt with Aries. She's standing so close to him, she's like in his pocket. And he's telling dumb jokes, and she's giggling at his jokes. And then, I guess he's talking about what her sister said to him. And then we saw a clip of her sister, of Aries talking to Jasmine's sister. And Jasmine's sister is telling Aries that she shouldn't have to woo you. You signed up for this process. She shouldn't have to go out of her way to woo you. And I agree with her 100%. I'm an old-fashioned person. I'm not wooing a man. He needs to woo me. You know, that's not going to happen. So they get to talking, and Jasmine finds out that she found out from Aries that from the beginning, he was pretending to like her. So immediately, Jasmine gets upset. She starts flirting with him, and she pokes her little lips out, and she looked pissed. Next, Kirsten and Shaquille. Shaquille is out of town for work. Kirsten FaceTimes him. They talk for a little while, and then she basically tells him that she misses him. And she blows him a kiss, but he logged off before she was able to blow him the kiss. So she calls him back and told him, I was about to blow you a kiss. And then they log off. But you could tell he had a little attitude. So then next scene, Shaquille is back in town. Pia comes over for a visit. Kirsten tells Pia that the marriage is great because Shaquille gives her quality time. Shaquille tells Pia that there's been more good times than bad times. And Pia asks them what attracts them to each other. Kirsten said that she liked when she was moving to the apartment, Shaquille helped her with her boxes. And I told you, I said that last episode, that Kirsten liked guys who do things for her. I can relate to that because I do too. I love it when guys do things for me. Open the door, pull out my chair, help me with my bags, help me with a box without being asked to do it. I love that. I sure do. Let's see. So Pia asks Kirsten if she thinks Shaquille is masculine. And it took her about 10 seconds before she said, yes, he is. He's masculine. I think he's masculine. Pia said that was a long pause. That's what she said to Kirsten. So Kirsten said, well, my dad is very masculine. He is hands-on. He is tough. He is a provider. He owns his own business. And Pia said, do you think Shaquille is tough? And Kirsten basically said, I don't know. She said, I've not seen him being tough. Pia said, well, what side of him have you seen? And Kirsten said, he is kind, he's genuine, he's pleasing. And you can tell she's just pulling words out of her ass. He's pleasing, he's genuine. Genuine? Anyway, Pia asked her if kind, genuine, and pleasing is masculine. And she said, no, but that makes me feel good. She said it makes her feel comfortable and safe and protected. So Shaquille wants to know if he has to prove that he is tough in order for her to believe that he's tough. Shaquille told Pia that Kirsten wants him to be like her father, masculine and dominant. Kirsten said she doesn't want Shaquille to have the same traits as her father. Shaquille told Kirsten that he has been trying to be like her father. What do you mean you've been trying to be like her father? I would not want my man or my husband to want me to be like his mother. Are you crazy? No, I would not want to be. I couldn't be your mother and be intimate with you at the same time. No, she shouldn't want him to be like her father. Anyway, Shaquille tells the camera that since day one, he has been trying to prove himself, and it's just too much for him. Shaquille told Pia that Kirsten has high expectations on him and it's taking a toll on him. Pia told Shaquille not to change who he is just to please Kirsten, because he will end up resenting her. Pia asks Kirsten if Shaquille does not become as masculine as she wants him to be, will the marriage succeed? Now, Kirsten, she realized how horrible they're making her sound, so she said, I don't want to change who he is. She said, because he's meeting my expectations. No, he's not. He's not going to buy you a house. He's not going to buy you a car. He wants you to buy your own crap. And he can't afford that stuff. He has student loans. So after their session, they go to do a task that I guess P asked them to do. Kirsten is blindfolded and she has to find little things around the apartment. She finds a rope and Shaquille ties her up. Then she finds lube. She finds bath soap. She found some other stuff. And then they're sitting down there talking, and Shaquille told Kirsten that he wished she went with him on his trip. That's why he had an attitude when she FaceTimed him. And he hung up on her. Because the plan was for her to go with him, but at the last minute, she reneged and changed her mind and said she had other things to do and she didn't go. And that pissed him off. Kirsten tells him that she did not think that he wanted her to go on a trip. Lies, Kirsten. You didn't want to go. Shaquille told her, I asked you to go. You said you would go, and at the last minute, you decided not to go. And then Kirsten said, well, I feel terrible. You should feel terrible, Kirsten. He asked you to go. You said you would go, and at the last minute, you changed your mind, said you're not going to go. You should feel bad. Then then we see Shaquille talking to the camera. And the producer asked him if he is happy in the marriage. Shaquille told the producer that happy is a stretch. He said he is grateful and overjoyed, but he's not happy. So next, all the guys go to a baseball stadium to hit balls. Chris is very good. Shaquille is very good. Clint is horrible. We didn't see Aris hit, but he probably was horrible too. After hitting baseballs, Chris is telling the guys about how insecure Nicole is, and then Shaquille tells the guys that he rates his marriage a 7 to 8. Shaquille, I rate your marriage a 3 to 4. Kirsten does not like you. Kirsten would not go with you on a trip. You won't buy her a car. You won't buy her a house. She doesn't look at you as a strong individual like she does her father. I rate your marriage a 3-4, okay? And then Shaquille is telling the guys that his marriage is still at first base. So he's not telling them that he's had sex or consummated his marriage. So Clint tells them that him and Gina are not even in the stadium. They're not even nowhere near first base. That's how cold their marriage is when it comes to intimacy. And Aries says, same. Then Clint says it is killing him because he is a sexual dude, but he's going to be patient, take his time, and try to make it work. And Aris tells the guys that Pia didn't even talk to them about sex. He said she talked to them about other ways to be intimate. No, she didn't. She told Jasmine to take charge. Right? Does that mean take charge and be aggressive when it comes to sex? Is that what she's talking about? Who knows? Aris tells the guys that he is trying to find ways that Jasmine may turn him on, but he hasn't found out what it is yet that Jasmine, how Jasmine can turn him on. Next we see the ladies. They go somewhere to make cocktails, and they are taught how to make espresso martinis. Gina, the bartender, he said, put your shot into a glass. She didn't put it into a glass. She put it into something else. And she's the bartender out of the whole group. Anyway, after they made their martinis, they sit down to talk, and Nicole is telling the ladies that Chris doesn't hassle her enough. Like, he doesn't come to say, what's wrong? What's going on? If she says, I'll talk to you later, she wants him to say, no, tell me now. Who will have time for that bull? So Kirsten is telling the ladies that she is ready for Shaquille to take the lead, and she did not let them know that they already consummated their marriage. Gina tells the ladies that she is not intimate with Clint, but she is going to keep on trying. Jasmine tells the ladies that Aries tells the expert that he wants the marriage to work and he is going to try to make the marriage work. But Jasmine says he hasn't done anything yet to make the marriage work. And then Jasmine got emotional and she starts to cry. And that's the first time I've seen her cry. And I am shocked that she hasn't cried before. Maybe she has, but off camera. But because I wouldn't be bawling my eyes out. I would just leave. The man tell me he don't want me, he don't like me, he's not attracted to me. I'll be out. Well, this is the end of my review. Thank you so much for watching. Princess on my pillow here. Bye.